Hola beauties, so winters are here and I've got to you this really pretty dripping wet glass skin tutorial. The skin looks so healthy and glowy. I'm in love, mama. And if you want to know how you create this dewy dreamy look, then please keep on watching. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Gurish Kaur. Firstly, thank you for dropping by my channel. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please keep on watching. So for that glass skin look, we really want the skin to look as smooth and as clean as you possibly can. So for that, I'm going to exfoliate my skin, and today I'm going to use a physical exfoliator by PAC Cosmetics, and the one I'm using is the deep exfoliating peel off. This stuff is not one of the only, but legit the only physical exfoliator that I use. I really love this exfoliator. So it's very similar to the Huda Beauty visual one. It's pretty much a dupe of that if you ask me. So it looks like a clear paste kind of a thing, but when you start rubbing it on your face, cellulite in the scrub starts to kind of ball up. You see that? It starts to ball up on your face and hands or whatever, but it's not your dead skin coming off. Like, please do not, oh, that's so silly when people say that, like, so much dead skin coming off. It's not your dead skin coming off, come on. You would be dead if that's the amount of dead skin on your face. That's very silly. It's actually the cellulite in the product that balls up on the face, and basically these particles are exfoliating against your skin to get rid of the dead skin eventually. Regardlessly, this is very mild for sure, but you need to be extra gentle when using a physical exfoliator. Just keep that in mind. My hands are like genuinely not exerting pressure on my face. It's nice and gentle, so regardless of the speed of the video, be very gentle with your exfoliation. So the scrub has pretty much done its job, and I do not like to exfoliate over like 5, 7, 10 minutes. That's just not how I like to do it, at least. I'm not gonna say for the majority. I just exfoliate for like 2 minutes, and that's pretty much it. And because also I'm gonna go ahead and shave my face, so that's another layer of exfoliation, another step of exfoliation. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and wash my face real quick. Alright, so I've pat dried my face, and my face legit feels so soft. And next up, I'm also gonna shave my face. I personally prefer to shave my face to get rid of my facial hair. If you feel comfortable in your facial hair, own that, sis. You do not have to shave or not shave your hair. That's completely your personal choice. But regardlessly, I like to do it because when I put makeup on like shaved smooth skin, it just feels extra nice and soft and smooth. It just gives a very nice blank canvas for me to play with, and I just like that feeling of shaving my face. So yeah, after making sure that I'm not offending anybody out there, so earlier I just used to shave on dry skin. Like, I used to just cleanse my face, pat it dry, and shave right there on dry skin with no product on at all. But then I realized when I read about it a little that in the longer run it can dehydrate your skin and kind of irritate your skin. Like, it did not really irritate my skin in any way, shape or form. Like, all the while I did it, it never irritated my skin. But just to be cautious, I now use a lubricant that is a cleansing oil. So now I just put on a cleansing oil and then shave off my face, and the process is kinda smoother, like even more smoother. I don't get it. It's just the process is nice and easy because it's a lubricant that it's very easy to shave, and the chances of you cutting yourself are lesser, I believe. So I would prefer you all to use either a cleansing oil or aloe vera gel if you have access to that, or a moisturizer. Maybe I've personally tried that. I would recommend either of the two things that I've personally tried, that is aloe vera gel or some sort of a facial oil or cleansing oil. So the cleansing oil I'm going to use today is by the Face Shop. It's the Rice Water Bright Lightweight Cleansing Oil, and I'm just going to pump on one side of my face directly and spread it across. So due to applying the lubricant, there is less friction between the shaving blade and my skin, and yeah, it's just gonna be a smoother process and also gonna not damage my skin. So this is the kind of facial razor I use. I got this in a pack from Miniso. It was a pack of 3 razors, I believe. It's a nice foldable razor, so it's nice and easy to carry as well. So always make sure that you're holding your razor almost parallel to your skin to begin with. Hold it like this, never like this. Never. Like, I'm scared to even keep it this close to my skin. Never hold it like that, a 90-degree angle, never. So it has to be like just parallel to your skin. The handle and everything is and slightly slanted so you don't cut yourself. So all I would do is pull my sideburns basically back, and I haven't shaved in a good long while, weeks. Like, there have been 2-3 weeks. I literally do not even remember by now, and I have a good sort of, I mean, I have a decent hair regrowth rate, so I must have, like, I should shave in like 8 to 10 days, but I haven't shaved for at least 20 days and above. So yeah, you're gonna see some real hair. Make sure you don't actually cut your baby hair, and it's just the extra sideburns and everything that you're chopping off. So place your razor again parallel to your skin, ever so slightly slanted, and shave in downwards motion. Make such small strokes instead of covering a bigger area at once. So you see, that's the hair that has come out. So certainly I'll be cleansing my razor along with each section I do, and that's pretty much how you're gonna go all across your face. If your skin is loose, you can cut yourself, so make sure your skin is nice and taut. Now here, since I have a zit, do not go over your zits or acne, just skip that. You see all that collecting in here? It might look gross, sorry, but that's the peach fuzz coming off. Similarly, I also like to go along my hairline and just shave in downwards motion again. Around my hairline, I don't really carve out my hairline as such, so I'm just gonna go around it on my forehead, and you can literally see the peach fuzz collecting on the top of my eyebrow. And I'm just gonna wipe that off using a makeup eraser cloth. And after exfoliating, your skin is sensitive, so do not use a complicated moisturizer in terms of a moisturizer which has actives in it. Try not to use that right after exfoliation. Right after exfoliation, just give your skin some hydration and something that would calm and soothe your skin down. So for that, I'm going to go ahead with my trusted The Face Shop Collagen and Pomegranate Moisturizer. This is the freaking best moisturizer for dry skin, dude. Alright, so my skin feels super hydrated and looks so glowy, but to even amp up the glow further, I'm going to use an illuminating primer, and for that I'm going to use the Kyle Los Angeles newest launch. It's their Insta Beam Illuminating Primer Oil, and this is what the texture looks like. So I don't know if the camera is really catching it or not. It's a white gold illuminating primer. Like, it has a very soft white gold sheen to it, and it looks super pretty. Can you see my hand? It's glassy. I mean, that glow. So I'm gonna take a generous 2 pumps and warm that up between my fingers and massage it onto my face. Glowing and how. It's more of a primer oil. I like to take it all across my face and neck even, because it's very nourishing at the same time. Remember, it's more of a primer oil, super freaking glowy for sure. And I'm going to allow the moisturizing primer oil to seep into my skin for a couple of minutes before moving on to the base makeup. So it's been more than a couple of minutes that I have been finding my beloved beauty blender but cannot really find it. So I'm just gonna do my base makeup today with brushes, because I cannot find the one beauty blender that I need, and I can find 10 more that I need to get up and wet it. So let's use brushes today. So I'm gonna go directly in with concealer and no foundation. So I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Golden Beige. I just realized that a majority of the products that are laid down here that I'm gonna use are new makeup that I've very lately bought. Moreover, from the Nykaa Pink Friday sale. So yeah, it's also sort of a new makeup first impressions plus glass skin tutorial. Yeah. So I'm gonna apply it on the usual inner corner and be a little heavy-handed on the inner corner because we're not going to use any foundation and we need coverage here, and just a tad bit on the outer corner. So yes, this is a new concealer, but it's not like my first time using this concealer. I mean, I purchased this concealer when Too Faced launched in India, but I got it in the shade Warm Beige, and that is like 2 shades darker than my skin. So I used to use it as a concealer underneath my foundation, but the formula was so beautiful. I also used it in some of like my duskier looks on Instagram because I was loving the formula a little too much, but it was expensive and then it was deeper for my skin again. So I was waiting for the sale or some, you know, some excuse to stock up on this in my right shade. So Golden Beige is certainly my shade. I don't really apply a lot of foundation or product on my forehead in general. I don't apply any product for that matter on my forehead. So we're just gonna use the rest of whatever it's there, and I'm just gonna dip it one last time to go around my mouth so that the center of our face is, you know, nice and evenly concealed. Don't be scared, it's not a lot of product. I'm just rubbing it off all over my face. That's literally it. And yeah, I'm just gonna buff this all in. Do you see that finish? It's just concealer on my face. I know I used a good amount because it was just gonna be concealer and no foundation, but my base looks so dewy, so clean, beautiful. Also, this brush is like so cool. Like, I'm not a huge fan of brushes for my base makeup or foundation, but this brush really gave a beautiful finish. No streaky marks at all. So this is the Pro Arte AK42 foundation brush. So it's a rounded foundation brush and it's really nice and soft and gives this beautiful finish. Alright, so I'm loving the dew, but my face also creases very quickly. So I'm really quickly gonna set my under eyes and around my laugh lines because they are the first to crease, and that is I'm talking in this manner, trying to make as little face expressions as possible. So I'm just gonna get rid of the creases once again with the brush and then set my face with the Becca Hydro Mist Setting Loose Powder. I got this freebie as a complimentary sample along my order, and I've used this powder once and I genuinely liked it. I heard Simi Goria rave about this powder and thought of giving this a try, and I pretty much love the sample, so I'm surely gonna get a full size really soon. But for now, I'm just gonna set the deal with this sample. Alright, so I've only set my under eyes and around my mouth, and still my cheek area and a lot of my face is glowy because I did not set the entire face matte, and we're still gonna add cream product selectively to amp up that glow further. So I'm also gonna use a cream bronzer today. This product was introduced to me by my friend Raima, and if you're not following that genius girl on Instagram, what are you even doing? She does the most stunning cut creases and eye looks in the entire world. I'm a fangirl and luckily a friend of hers, and also been a student of hers. So on her recommendation, I got this Pack Cosmetics Pen Stick Concealer Foundation something. It comes in basically all foundation concealer kind of shades. It comes in a lot of shades, and this is, by the way, the shade 516. It's pretty deep for my skin tone, but it's so creamy and so blendable. It blends like a dream, zero effort, and it's blended. So I'm going to use my Glasm Cosmetics A004 brush and pick some product on the brush itself. It's a dense cream contour brush, and I'm not going to go directly onto my face. What I like to do is take it a little on the back of my hand so there's not a lot of product like that right onto my face, because I'll require a lot of time to blend that out. Place it starting from almost my temple here, and I like to take my cream bronzer really up and really high these days. So instead of going underneath my cheekbone, I'm going almost where I should place the blush instead of the contour space, to really uplift the face, sides of my forehead. So you see how it does add some structure to the face. Like compared to this side looks so much more flat and one-toned, and this side has some structure to it, and my cheekbone is uplifted and stuff, but it does not look very harsh, and you know, it does not look that you've tried a lot. It looks like a very natural shadow and warmth to the face. So yeah, I'm gonna repeat that on my jaw and that side of my face as well. Feel free to contour your face according to your face shape, because it's different on everybody's face shape, but a basic rule that you gotta blend your jaw contour downwards and your cheek and temple contour or your forehead contour upwards, so that it blends in with your hairline and looks like one and seamless altogether. And further, to set the cream bronzer, I'm actually going to use a powder bronzer that is by Becca. It's their Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Capri Rose, which kind of seems light for my complexion but gives a beautiful natural powder bronziness. And just lightly go over the cream bronzer. With the powder bronzer, I'm going to ensure that I'm just sticking to the perimeters of my face and not really coming all the way inwards, because that is where I need some depth. If I go like all the way inwards, it will look muddy instead. Now is the time for my favorite part, that is cream blush. And for that today we're going to use the Flower Beauty cream blush in the shade Melon. It's actually this beautiful, very bright for sure, very bright yet very blendable and dewy cream blush. It looks stunning on the skin. I used it just yesterday. I loved its finish, dude. It looks so beautiful. All this makeup is like just used once kind of makeup, but it's super pretty, man. So I'm just gonna take that on my fingers probably and start patting that there. I know that might be a lot of blush for some people, but it's just normal me. So just make sure that the blush and bronzer is nice and melted and there's no stark line between them. And I also like to take it on my nose and connect it all over for that sort of sunburnt look. Alright, so I absolutely love the blush application right now. It's like heavier on the perimeters of my face, so it pulls my face up a little, and it's lighter towards the cheeks and then all the way onto the nose. And I feel my under eyes need a little bit of brightening, so I'm gonna add a banana powder right in there to add a little bit of brightening. And I'm gonna go quickly off camera and do my brows. So the brows are on as well. Now I'm just gonna give some finishing touches to the skin to really make it look glassy and not just generic glowy. Next I'm gonna use my favorite highlighters palette, that is the Glam Glow Highlighters palette, and pick up this center shade right here. It's a beautiful champagne-y rose gold kind of highlighter. I've hit major pan on this one, like did I even need to say. High points of my cheekbones. So the skin already looks quite glowy from the highlighter itself, but now it's time to really amp up that glow and take it to that glass skin level. And for that, my all-time favorite hack is to use an illuminating primer on the back of my beauty sponge and tap it slightly all over my face to give it that extremely beautiful dew and really blend in everything together beautifully. So I'm going to take the Insta Beam Primer Oil by Cal, take that on the back of my hand. Firstly, I'm going to clean the back of my hand. Right, so now I'm going to do 2 to 3 pumps on the back of my hand. 3 pumps exactly, but take a very little bit of the product at once. It's pretty runny, so I can't really show you. Tap off the excess on the side of my hand. You really gotta make sure that there's not a lot of product on the beauty sponge, otherwise it will just break down your makeup if there's a lot of oil. Make sure that there's just enough oil and soaked into the beauty blender. Yeah, when you think that's ready, just start tapping the beauty sponge over the makeup look, and it will just add that insane dew to the face. You can tap it all over your face for that overall dew. Now that is what we call glass skin. So I'm going to pop on some mascara and a lip to complete this look.